Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 VRC World Championship for 8-scale Rally-X Spec class. We are getting set to go. The tone is getting set to sound, and we are off and underway. Eli Rojas, your top qualifier, leading us out here in this one. Carson Young working his way around. Joshua Berman in that number 2 spot. Lap number 1 coming around. Oh, your leader making a mistake there. Catching that inside curbing. Tony Dugan trying to work his way up through the pack now. Taking a look here at Dugan in the pink car as he works his way through the field right now. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. All going to be right there together as they work their way onto the back side of the track. Only one lap into this one. A 10-minute race for these drivers to decide a world champion in the signature VRC Racing Rally-X Spec class. Now, being the Spec class, all of these drivers having to use the same spec cars with very little adjustments able to be made to them. So these drivers, it's a true test of skill versus skill. And right now we're looking at a great battle here. Carson Young battling out right now with Joshua Berman. Young in the red, white, and blue. Take a look at this. Look at this switchback section right here. Young sets him up, dives back to the inside, cuts tight on that inside corner. Nearly catching the marker. Takes over second place now. Carson Young up to second. Now Joshua Berman back up to the number 2 spot. Berman in the yellow and black. Carson Young in the red, white, and blue. Back on the left-hand side they go. Eli Rojas trying to stretch out his lead just a bit here. Rojas, your top qualifier. He's got a couple car lengths on these two. A fantastic battle. Look at these two side by side once again. Carson Young looking for the inside line. He's going to make it happen, but I tell you what, Berman trying to take it right back from him. Carson Young running those inside lines. Nice and tight, and a little mistake there for your leader. A three-way battle now. Down the front stretch they go. Eli Rojas, Berman, and Young. Carson Young now up into the number 1 spot here in this one. Rojas drops to second and Berman to third. Look at this, 3 wide through the infield once again. Carson Young and Eli Rojas with nearly identical looking cars on the track here in this one. We're looking at Joshua Berman in the yellow and black, and not far back from him is Tony Dugan. Here they come once again through the infield section there. You see Rojas back to the front, leading the way. Oh, just about catches those inside cone markers. Carson Young in the number 2 spot. Berman in third, Dugan in fourth. Halliday in that number 5 spot here in this one. So Eli Rojas made a little bit of a mistake. He got out front early on. He was your top qualifier. He was hoping to stretch it out early on, and he was starting to gap the field a bit, but then a little mistake there dropped him back, and now he's starting to stretch it out just a little bit more here. There you can see Carson Young trying to sneak up on him there. Joshua Berman putting the pressure back on Carson Young once again. And now look at Tony Dugan. Your top 5 drivers here in this one. All going to be pretty close. Top 4, I should say. Starting to spread it out. Stephen Halliday in that number 5 spot. Take a look here. Your leader coming down. A beautiful shot right there of Eli Rojas. Running that tight inside line around that front sweeper section. Into the switchbacks he goes now. And look at second and third, all going to be right there together, right there behind him. Here they come back onto the left-hand side. Eli Rojas coming back around right now. Last time by the line, he had a 17.4 second lap time. Tony Dugan in fourth had a 17.3, so he was a 1/10 of a second faster than our race leader, sitting in the number 4 spot as he chases down Joshua Berman right now. Through the big bank turn, back down the front stretch now. And as you can see, the cars are evenly spaced coming down the front stretch. Nobody's got any crazy motors. Everybody's running the spec class, which makes this so awesome to see. It is true driver skill versus driver skill here between these drivers. Berman up into the number 2 spot now. Look at Dugan. Dugan trying to make a move on Young. And he makes it happen. So now Dugan up into the number 3 spot. Carson Young drops to the 4 spot. Young dives back to the inside though. Young trying to work his way up into second now as Joshua Berman in the number 2 spot trying to hold strong. 3 wide through the bank turn. Here they come down the front stretch now. Second, third, and fourth. Eli Rojas just ahead of them. Through the switchbacks coming back around. We jump back to the back of the pack now here. And this one, a good battle between these drivers as well. This is 6th through 8th. Olivier Muner working his way around right now, sitting in 7th. There's Stephen Halliday in the number 5 spot, leading that pack in the pink, blue, and white. And as you can see, Halliday not far back from your top 4. However, your top 4 drivers within hundredths of a second to one another here in this one. And Halliday, he's got some company coming up behind him there as he comes down the front stretch here in this one. His last time by the line, a 17.4. Here's Robert Hillman, a name that is no stranger to the VRC Pro World Championships. Robert Hillman a very talented driver here in the VRC simulator world. He comes by that last time by with a 17-2. Back to that battle out front now. Look at this. Tony Dugan on fire in the pink car. He's got Rojas trying to dive back to the inside, though. Rojas takes it away. Down the front stretch they go. Tony Dugan was running the number 4 spot. He works his way up into the 2 spot, finds himself leading. Rojas takes it back from him. There's where Rojas seems to gain a little bit of time as he takes those tight inside lines. We saw Carson Young doing that earlier in the race as well. Here they come back down the front stretch again. The red, white, and blue of Eli Rojas leading the way. Dugan in second, Berman in third, Carson Young in fourth. Halliday rounding out your top 5. We're just past the halfway mark here in this one. One slight mistake from any of these drivers could entirely change up the running order here in this one. We're at the 6-minute mark here in just a few. And as you can see, these drivers, they're having to drive full intensity for a full 10 minutes. And that may sound easy, but I tell you what, these guys make it look easy, but it's not. That's for sure. As Eli Rojas out front leading the way. He's starting to stretch out his lead just a little bit right now. He's 0.7 of a second ahead of Dugan. Oh, there you saw he got on that inside curve, hopped up a bit, kicked the rear end of the car up. Dugan was able to gain 1/10 of a second right there as he works his way back around. Carson Young in third, Berman in fourth, and Halliday in the number 5 spot. Here comes your leader back down the front stretch. You can see running that inside line there, actually using the edge of the track there as almost like an inside berm to carry a little bit of speed through that first turn. 1/10 of a second. All add up, and they matter here in this, as Dugan still in the number 2 spot, Carson Young in the 3, Joshua Berman, who started in the number 3 spot, now finds himself in 4th. He's going to be 1.2 seconds back from Carson Young right now, 0.6 of a second back from Dugan, who is only 0.3 of a second back from our race leader and your top qualifier, Eli Rojas. Here comes Rojas down the front stretch. Now look at Tony Dugan. Dugan has really closed the gap up, and here comes Carson Young once again. Oh, little mistake there for Tony Dugan. He caught that inside berm there. Take a look here. Joshua Berman. Berman going a bit wide through this turn here as he sets himself up. Oh, beautiful, though. Back through the switchback section. Berman back around onto the backside. Coming into the infield now. You can see just ahead of him there. He's going to be 1.5 seconds back. His last time by the line, a 17.0. His fastest lap of this race so far, though, a 16.7. Eli Rojas out front leading the way here in this one. Dugan in second, Young in third. Oh, big mistake there for Rojas. Eli Rojas trying to take that tight inside line, and it caught up to him there as he caught the edge, rolled it over. Luckily, he did not need the help of a corner marshal. It drops him back to the number 3 spot, though. One mistake, we talked about this early on in this race, can change. Oh, look at this now. Tony Dugan with a mistake. We're back to 3 wide as Dugan loses the lead. Carson Young takes it back from him. It's now going to be Rojas back to the front now. Here they come down the front stretch. Eli Rojas back to the front. Carson Young in second. Tony Dugan in third. Carson Young and Eli Rojas both run the red, white, and blue paint schemes. Rojas with the white wheels, Carson Young with the blue wheels, and Tony Dugan in the pink car. Here they come down the front stretch. As you can see, Tony Dugan now up into the number 2 spot. Carson Young dropping back to the number 3 spot. Here they come back through the infield. Oh, big mistake there for Eli Rojas. Let's take a slow-mo instant replay here. Watch what happens to Eli as he comes around here, catches that inside curb, the car kicks up, traction rolls, and he does need a corner marshal on that one. That's going to cost him some serious time. Drops him back to the number 4 spot. Look at the battle for the lead now. It's between Dugan and Young. Here they come down the front stretch, side by side. Dugan just a wheel length ahead of Carson Young. Young trying to hold that tight inside, though. Dugan sets him up. He cuts back to the inside. They switch back and forth. Here they come now, Dugan. And a beautiful line right there. Dugan makes a straight shot through the switchback section. Able to gain 0.2 of a second, moving ahead of Carson Young now. As they come back around, time is winding down in this one. Back through the infield once again, Tony Dugan in the pink car. They're going to be coming up on some lap traffic. We'll see if that plays a part here at all. Carson Young in second, Joshua Berman third. Eli Rojas in the number 4 spot. Munier in the number 5 spot. Back into the infield once again. Right now, Dugan out to a 0.6 of a second lead on Carson Young with 20 seconds left to go on the master clock. Here they come back around down the front stretch now. Tony Dugan starting to stretch it out just a bit more now. Now 0.9 of a second 10 seconds left to go. We'll see Dugan may be able to get one more lap after this one. It'll be close. 3 seconds left. Here he comes, and that is going to be time. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champion, Tony Dugan. Carson Young going to be coming around for an impressive second, and Joshua Berman taking third. A fantastic race to kick off the 2018 VRC World Championships. Stay with us and tune in again for more VRC World Championship action.